Right. Uh, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. I kind of had this in the back of my head and kind of wanted to do it today. So we're going to spend about an hour on this, and the idea is to focus mostly on lighting and composition. And so the models will be really blocky and simple, and we won't be coloring. So I don't know, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm not sure exactly how things will go. I'm not sure how far I'll push things, but generally we'll set a timer. We'll make this like a small thing, and it's kind of feeling the Matrix. I love the Matrix, so I'm gonna try to look at the lighting here and see what they did and do my best to replicate what I see. Um, Ideally, I don't spend too much time modeling, but we still need forms to have the light bounce on, so we'll see what we could do. We'll try to replicate the size of the shot as well, which is like super long. Ideally, we pick up nuances of like, oh wow, I didn't notice that this light's over here and it's not really shown in the scene, or wow, that's really interesting. I didn't think that was that value, or um, something along those lines. I'm also gonna link in chat once I open chat where I grabbed the screenshot from. Let me see. I'm gonna set everything up here. Okay. Grab this guy. Why does it look so pale? Just a sec. Okay. And then also I wanted to play the Matrix music. So this video might get copyrighted. So what I'm hoping is they'll copyright it, but then whoever made the music will get like the whatever, if ads run, they get the money for it and they just keep the video up. That's what I'm hoping. So I don't mind, I don't care if they get money for this video if people watch it. I just think it'll add a lot more to like the atmosphere as I work on it. I just gotta find the right playlist here. Why is it so hard to find? Did they remove it? Oh, there it is. This might be... Oh, there's an ad. Yeah, I think this is the playlist. Okay. So I'm gonna link where I got this from. Like that. And then close that. Okay, that's running. I'm not gonna set the timer yet. I'm gonna like, when I really get into it, I'll start the timer. So I'll give myself some leeway. Just make sure everything is set up. So I think I want to set up the camera. Looking at the shot, I might make my reference a little bit bigger. It's really, really, really wide. I didn't expect that. That's interesting. Let's see. I'm not gonna mess with the focal length just yet because I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Let's see her to go into it. And I'm gonna show gizmo settings so I could lock it. So if I move the camera, if I move the mouse, the camera follows. Just for now. Let's go to output. And where are we? Where's output? Oh, so output, I'm going to change the screen size. Let me see. I'm going to open this image. Actually, I was going to look at it in Photoshop, but I probably don't have to do that. Let me double check something. Maybe I could just see the ratio here. Just open the image itself. We're probably missing like top and bottom bands too, so it's actually looks even wider because of that. So it says 1280 by 551. Let me see. Let's see what that looks like. So that's what I'm seeing. We won't get into like the nitty gritty of like, oh no, we gotta add back the bands and all that. I'm just gonna let it be the same ratio. Let's increase like the pass out, so like you don't see anything else around it. Where is that? It's always hard to find that. Where is that? I always forget. There it is. So it's under the camera and the viewport display. Put that to 100%, so don't get distracted if it's cut out. And my goal is to make it as pretty as possible from the camera, so well, lots of ads. Maybe it wasn't the first soundtrack I'm looking for, maybe it was like the second. We'll see. We'll probably play through some of them. Yeah. I'm just gonna guess right now. I'm gonna say the focal length is not 50. I think it's like, it looks pretty flat to me. It's like flat and far, so I'm gonna say 100 just to see what that looks like. And then really far like that. I'm looking at the top of the table. It's like top of the table. Let's just do 100 for now, and we'll just adjust it later. And then I'm going to snap out of the camera. Actually, wait, let's kind of center it a little bit more. So I'm using the table as kind of a reference point. Where should I put this thing? Maybe like that. And then snap out of that, hide the gizmo. And when I move it, just snaps out. Look how small that camera is, whoa. Okay, so, oh, you know what? I need to see what I'm doing. I guess I could put it here. So I'll just make this the 3D viewport, and let's tuck away all this stuff. That, and then hide the gizmo. So much stuff on there. Hide the gizmo. Snap to the camera there. Let's hide everything. So this is kind of the shot. I don't like how much it takes up on my screen though. What I might do is snap this out. So I think if you press, what is it? So you hover over, you get the cursor, and then you alt right click? No, shift right click? No. Shift drag? Oh, shift drag. Shift drag pops it out. So you probably can't see it, but I have a window floating above my regular Blender, and I could see it. So I'm going to tuck that away. And then I'm going to tuck this one to my second monitor. So this is my reference thumbnail. Well, I could just kind of tuck there. And kind of keep an eye on the general look of it. I might have it like right here, just a little bit so I could see. Or I can put it down here actually, because it's so wide. Let's try that actually. Let me try putting it down here. So I'll put this back to UV editor and then put it down here. So I'm gonna tuck that stuff away again. And then snap to that. So that's kind of more, I want it above actually, so I'm gonna swap these areas. So it's like on top. Like that. Might back out. Make it smaller, like that. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling this setup a bit more, and I have my reference up here on the top, so okay, so I think that's working. And yeah, and we can also put into render view, see what that looks like. Okay, hide the, what is that called? Oh, it's this toggling, show overlays. Just like hiding everything basically. Okay, so Should I start the timer? Let's give ourselves like 10 minutes to set up here. And then, so it's like 10:40. So we'll work to 10:50 and I'll start my timer. And then kind of go from there. So let me look at the reference here. That table doesn't really look like a full cylinder. I don't remember. It looks like half a cylinder, but we'll see. I'll just make... I'm going to purposely chop off the back because I feel like that's what it's doing. So I imagine maybe back here. Let me actually erase the other reference, the other window, because I think it's kind of in the way. I like this setup a little bit better. Erase everything below, erase that guy, and then I'm just going to extrude this guy. That's like the thickness of the table, maybe. Let's like get out of that mode. Switch the mat cap to something else. I like this mat cap, but it might not work for this. Let's see, this one feels pretty good. So I'll leave it there. It's not going to worry about the lighting just yet. Let me squash this up for now and just focus on the model, not so much the composition right now. Actually, I take that back. Let's bring it back. Center of the origin. Let's see how it looks here. Maybe it's kind of like that. Let's delete this cube. And it's kind of like this. I'm just trying to center it in the shot. This is probably, I don't know if this is the best way, honestly, to do this, but let me try to make this. I think if I made the, oh, perfect, I could just move it like that. That's great. So now I can make my reference bigger. Oops, I didn't mean to make it transparent. I could try to make them more one-to-one in terms of their reference size. It doesn't help that my PureRef is transparent, so it's hard to tell. But let's make it bigger. I'm trying to match up the size of it below, so that way I could see it behind the black. I can't see how big I'm making it, so about the same size now. There you go, perfect. So now it's like one-to-one. And I can kind of glance side to side. On the stream, you won't be able to see it. You know what? Actually, let me raise that up so it does match. So it's more, if it's like more one-to-one with what I'm seeing, so that makes more sense actually. So this is kind of what I did with my PureRef. Like that. Yeah, that's like exactly what I did. Perfect. What else? I'm just double checking, making sure that's good. Okay. It's funny that the table is supposed to be like the anchor point. It's like the most important thing. Let's try making it wider. Oh, you know what? My rotation is off, so wait. There you go. I think it's wider. Something like that. And thinner. Like that. But I don't really want to spend too much time modeling, honestly. Let's save what we got so far. Perfect, we're ready to render. Let me try making a cube. You know what? It's probably really bad that I didn't orient my like axis to the camera, because now I have to rotate everything oddly. Yeah, so that's kind of something I just found out now, where it's hard as hell to like orient things. It's already 3 minutes in, and I only got 2 objects. The pressure is real. So we got the back of the wall, and it fills the screen, so it's like, we did it. That's what I wanted. Fills the back. I think it's gonna get more and more complicated though as I add more objects where it's like I'm forcing the perspective, so it won't make sense. And it's like, well, it works in this camera view, but that's actually gigantic, and it won't work. I think there is that plugin someone told me about where you can actually decipher where the cameras. I think it's called f-stop, maybe. I can't remember what it's called. Something F. But I'm not going to use it. We'll just learn like the pros and cons of doing it by hand, and then later we'll experiment with like other like tools and seeing like, oh, this is like 10 times easier now. So there's the fridge, completely distorted in perspective. And then I'm not really sure what to do with like the people, because I don't want to go too in depth with like modeling a person. It's like, yes, I must create every single eyelash in this character. Oh, that's not good. Let me separate this by selection because I accidentally made him in edit mode. And I think what I want to try, I'm going to center origins here. I want to try to block out the shape of the window, and then later I'll cut it out, so I won't like commit to like the actual geometry to the window yet. It's gonna, I just know, so we're gonna hit like a wall where it's like, perfect, it looks 1-to-1, and then things won't make sense, like the lighting. Like for example, if I model the fridge, it looks good in the solid view model preview, but then because it's like not touching the wall, or it's like not a perfect square, it's gonna have some issues with the light where it's like, why is the shadow crooked or something? So pretty sure we're gonna have some big issues. And let's make another cube. I'm just going to replicate this one. Let's go to solid mode. Switch this to matte cap. Stay material. See how does that feel. Let's check out some other matte caps and see how that feels. It's darker. Not really feeling this one. I like this one for people though. Check out. Oh, that's weird. Check out this one. Oh, that hurts my eyes. I kind of like this one. I'm gravitating towards this one. This one hurts my eyes too. This one's kind of cool. But I'm still feeling this one, so I'll go back to it. Let's check out the metal one real quick, see what that does. Not really. Yeah, too dark. This one's kind of nice too. It's really neutral. I kind of like the other one though. That one. It has like an interesting shift of like the hue. Like it has like a. It feels like it has red or something on its side. Let's see. So, got some cabinets. So I think we're facing some kind of issue now, where the perspective is different. So we're kind of facing a lot of technical issues. So I'm like forcing the perspective. I feel like this isn't gonna work. Like I think this is all further back, and the camera's lower. So, like what I was thinking was like, okay, I'll force this, but I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna work. Yeah, it's like what it wants is like, let's hide this for right now. Let's actually, yeah, let's do some interesting stuff here. So I'm gonna put this one into my lights. I'll make a new one. And then put that up there. I think I don't need collection, so I'll delete collection. Put this in lights as well. I want to put this into like workshop, I think. I'll make a new folder called workshop. And then I'm going to temporarily hide it. Let's actually get rid of some of the selecting options because I don't need them. So I just have the show icon, a little bit less cluttered. Let's get rid of project folder. So we got scene tools. I kind of don't like the name of that. I'll just leave it. Well, I'll just call it scene actually. That feels better. So I think what it really wants is these pieces to go further in and further down, but they're really small, so like that. And then, but this is just juggling two elements. So this is juggling the cabinet and the back wall. But the problem is, I'll get this to work, but then, so it's like, okay, that kind of looks like the reference. But then the problem is, everything else is going to be off, so let's see what everything else looks like. Okay, so it should be simple. We just pull it back, but then everything changes as well. Let's see. So I line that up. Table got smaller. Let's see if we can try to match it up here. I'm just looking at the top right. So this is actually much, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe let's leave this alone. We match it up back here. And then we just move this now. So we should focus on getting this to reorient. And also, like, what's the angle of this? This thing gets much smaller. Does that make sense? The cabinet's gigantic compared to the fridge. So I guess we're hitting like certain walls. This is interesting though, kind of learning what is horribly bad and good. So looking at this now though, I think maybe it makes more sense to model without looking at this and forcing the perspective. And then after everything is generally proportional and blacked out correctly, then it would make sense to position and angle it correctly. And then, yeah, I think that's the way to go, because I think we're forcing it too much right now. So what I'll do is, we didn't start the timer yet too, so we're kind of still exploring. I don't want to spend too much time on this too. That's the other thing. And we're stuck in the modeling phase, so I think we hit like a particular wall right now. Let's tuck this away, and let's try something different. Let's change our approach a little bit. So we'll focus on making a couple objects, and we'll change the camera position, I think. Or actually, no, let's ignore the camera position right now. Let's not let the camera position decide anything. That looks confusing, that there's doubling up here. Let's swap this. Swap areas. And bring this down so it's like not up there. There you go. That feels less confusing. I'll focus on making the objects really quick. And then I think what's really important is scale right now. So we'll focus completely on scale. Like that's our main goal, scale. So make a floor. I like this guy. Everything else is this cube basically, so I don't really care if I delete it. So delete everything. We'll delete the light too. I don't care. Let's make a person. So we got to define what is a person, scale of a person. And let's do Keanu Reeves. And he's kind of like standing straight, so it's kind of might be easy to define him. Let me try changing my camera. See, yeah. So it's kind of like this shape, kind of like this. Maybe these sides come out more like this, and then maybe these come out more something like that. His arms kind of taper off, but just generally the shape there. Maybe these sides come in, and then we can make a copy of that for his head. Then make it like not as tall, flatter. I think we try adding another edge loop here. Oops. And we can pull out these sides. Trying to see something like that. Make it smaller, maybe. Could add a cut, and then maybe I'll bring these edges down. Might add another cut, actually. Will he, like, end up sculpting the whole head? Don't do it. Maybe add another one here so we could pull on the neck. Just a little bit. I was hoping for more of like a... Let me undo that. Something that feels more dynamic looking, like... kind of like this. Something more angular. How does that feel if I do that? Yeah, I don't like that. If I pull these in. Now, yeah, I'm spending too much time on this, so let's delete it. Let's make a cube. There you go. Something quick and easy. It's a cube. Let's extrude this head, extrude this face, and so that'll be a neck. And then maybe cut. Extrude this. Scale it. There you go. Put this reference down a little. Let's show... where is it? I'm surprised that's not on by default. What happened? Statistics are off by default. Okay. Just wanted to make sure there's no overlapping faces there. I'll just squash this, squash it a little bit in the Y. So we passed our 10-minute mark, and now we're almost at 11. Okay, so let's just say this is the scale of a person. Combine it, that's the size of Kiana. Keep it simple.
Etsy knows these aren't the sounds of holiday.
We could also make a copy,
well, not the ones you're
and just make a copy to represent the Oracle.
Thank you. You want
She looks a little bit bigger. She's probably like closer to the camera. And then I want to make her sitting. So let's chop off this area. Scale it flat with Z. Scale Z0. And then I'm going to grab this stuff and then we split it. I guess P section. Oh, you know what? That messes it up. Wait, does it? Section. Yeah, there you go. And then So we could go through and rotate her. Leave the legs. Like this. I was gonna fill it, but I think I shouldn't do that. I think I should go through and do all that stuff. Ah. Something like that, so they're sitting. Lego style sitting. They're about the same size. I might make her slightly smaller. And then bring her closer to camera. We'll roughly position them. We won't worry too much about... It bugs me, so I'll fill this hole. Okay. So, we got a chair, we got 2 people. Let's make... We'll just kind of do our best to kind of estimate where things are. So there's a cabinet top happening back here. And I have to like keep saying to myself, don't think about geometry, don't worry. Don't get, like, let things overlap, let things be messy, just think speed, think output. That's a giant cabinet, that's like really too big. But let's also put this at 90. So yeah, just don't worry, let things be separate, let things be... we could block out like the shape of the doors of the cabinet. Let's try that. So it's kind of like that. And we don't really see the bottom of these. Actually, we kind of do on the other one. So something like that. There you go, that was fast. And we get... So that's like... what should I do? This one's probably actually smaller, but we'll just make it that size for now. And copy these. And move them 90 degrees. 90, there you go. This way at least the light catches like that, the rim of the cabinet, so it kind of has like some interest. Breaks up the shape for the light to hit, so it's an excuse to build it. Let's build a handle, because that's also, it's like, this is the primary shape, the intermediate shape, and then this will be like the, I guess it's called tertiary? I think it's called tertiary. And then we'll inset both sides. And then what can I do here? Just delete it, and then just select faces, press F. I mean select edges, press F. Fill it. Oh, this is Prodigy. I haven't heard Prodigy in a while. I really like Prodigy. I forgot all about them. What the hell? Why is that? Oh, I was like, why is it selected? But that's just the mat cap. I think it was in like that. So you got nice, interesting shapes. Maybe one over here. They feel a lot closer. I guess it's the camera angle. But we're not gonna get super caught up in the exact spacing. This is Prodigy, right? Let me see. Oh, it is, yeah. And maybe like that. Kind of even. Save. So let me copy this as well, these two. And this one starts over here. Why am I seeing this? Oh, that's the other camera. That's interesting. I didn't know the top bar was transparent like that. That's trippy. Is it like that up here too? Oh, it is. That's trippy. I didn't notice that. That's cool. So you kind of like... it doesn't feel as claustrophobic, I guess, if you have that. I don't know the spacing of this. We'll kind of estimate it later, I guess. And then we could make it bigger. It kind of gets lost on the top of the screen, so I'm not going to worry too much about how big this is. Ideally, I don't spend all day modeling. This is just supposed to be a practice lesson. Because we just copy pasted this over, I'm gonna make this the same size. Yeah, and then copy paste this over. And then again, rotate 9 degrees. And then this is kind of meeting at a corner. Okay. And that one has this. So far pretty good. We only modeled 3 things and we're able to copy paste it all over. So that's kind of an interesting note to keep in mind. The ability to just kind of make 1 object or 2 objects and just kind of have it all over. Just saves so much time blocking those out. Okay, so we got a cool kitchen now. Might make this longer so you don't see that cut off. This looks really thick, but let's look at let's do the window. Let's tackle the window. So we're gonna add a cube, and to make it easier to work with, I'm gonna delete everything but the front plane on it. I think that's not the right button. There you go. So now I could just chop it up and whatever. Let me think here. Let's bring it closer to Kiana and get an idea of the scale. So if I was a window, what would be, I think the height is okay, but I think, well, I think it's maybe shorter. Let's see. If I was a window, what would be like the scale? Probably like, it's actually above the sink, right? So the sink should be lower actually, I think. Yeah. So like, let's say the sink is, he looks really tall in this too. Yeah, if he's standing further back and he's by the sink, he looks really tall. Well, the window can't start that low, so it's like a sink window kind of. So maybe like right here, and I'll make this the sink lower, and maybe it's pretty high, like right there. Yeah, it's kind of good. So that's going to be the size of the window. Put it back there. And the camera's really like flat, so like almost orthographic, so it's hard to tell the depth of it. You can maybe look at that trash can and get an idea. Wait, is that facing... Oh, that's actually... yeah. Well, maybe the dish holder could be a reference as well, where it's pretty far back. I mean, but it's... yeah. I don't know, we'll play with it. The shot outside looks really interesting. It's like... they look like skyscrapers? But then why is there grates on the window if it's like up in the air, like if you're... So that's kind of an interesting... Looks like you're looking at like at a 10-story window at another skyscraper, but then you have grates on your window. So it's like, what, is anyone going to be climbing up your window? What is that like cylindrical metal thing on the table? Getting a little distracted. I gotta go pee though. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Just a sec. Alright, back. What time is it? So it's 11. 12. Yeah, so maybe we'll try to cap it at 12. Maybe we could break this into 2 days too. So we have the first day modeling and like setting up, so scene setup, and then tomorrow we do another hour and we focus on like lighting and using the props we make. And potentially we just copy paste props from past projects over. So since this is the first one, we kind of have like bit of room to say, hey, this is the first time, we don't know what we're doing, and we don't have props, we don't know where to start essentially, so we give ourselves like, I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. So it's okay if we don't get in the lighting today, I think. We'll try something tomorrow, and then after 12 I'll probably switch to another project. So that's generally the idea. Let me switch the soundtrack as well, because these are like, I like these songs, but I was hoping for more of the cinematic. I think it was, let me look. It's probably the second Matrix, maybe. Don't remember. Matrix Reloaded, was this it?
This is the Google Pixel 9.
No, that
this
wasn't
is your family leaving the photo you just took, taking your phone, and adding you. So now you have a picture from the family vacation with the whole family.
Let's see, was this it? No, that's not it. Oh, I'm getting spammed with ads. Is this it?
Hey, can I offer you a popped Quaker rice cake? Go great with cream cheese, peanut butter, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries,
Delicious.
whatever this fruit thing is.
Seems like they go with everything.
Avocado, Quaker, the rice thing to do.
Oh my god, back-to-back ads. Let me just mute that part so it plays. Okay. So today we'll just focus on modeling, sadly. I guess we were too ambitious. We could copy paste the tiles, but I think that's more intermediate detail, so we're not going to focus on that. We could do, copy this guy, do the top countertop. That would be easy, and it's a pretty big shape, so I think it's worth doing. Kind of goes over the edge, probably not this thick, but let's see. And then again, I wanted to make this shorter. So what I could do, grab all these guys, pull them down. Smooth this overlap here. Grab them again. And I'm looking at, oops, I'm looking at his waist. Let's go to orthographic. Oh my god, that's really high. So maybe like down here, kinda. That's really high. I had it really high. That. And then we could bring this down. Let's make this the cutout of the window. Yeah, let's make it a little bit smaller. This will be the cutout of the window. Holy smokes, that's really low. I think it looks really wide, and that's probably why it looks even lower, but let me see. What's the music doing? This is the Matrix Revolutions music. I think this is it. Don Davis and Juno Reactor. Yeah, that's kind of chill. Yeah, I like that. I think this comes forward more. Like that. And I can make these smaller as well. Kind of like that. Yeah, like that fluttering orchestral music. That's what I wanted. Yeah, there you go. He looks gigantic. What the hell? I'm gonna bring these down. Ah, I'm stuck. I got auto depth on. wonder if this is too loud actually. Let me turn this down a little bit. Is it really this low? I almost feel like it can't be this low, but yeah, let's see. I'll try it out, see what happens. It does kind of feel better, I think. Since they're really blocky, that could also be why it feels like they're gigantic. Where it's like normally the cutting off here and the arm, it's like the arm here. I'm itching to do that. Let me see. So maybe the arms come up to here, maybe. And maybe there's another cut here. That. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe, I don't know. Let's delete those faces so we get rid of some volume. Oh god. Now I'm gonna use the, oh god, I'm stuck in the floor. Okay, let me see if I could turn off, so go preferences. Where is this? Preferences. Navigation, I'm gonna uncheck depth. I like it a lot for like sculpting, but I think for working on this, it just gets in the way. Like right here, I would have gotten stuck on the floor, but now I don't. The trade-off is like you can't connect those two. Connect the, yeah. The trade-off is what am I trying to say? At last, there, merge at last. And then this one I'll just say merge at center. Is it, if you're like sculpting back and forth across like a face, your center of zoom changes dynamically, which is great, but for this, you get stuck in walls, so I don't think I need it. Okay, so now less volume, so it feels their arms look super long. I mean, he looks like he has super long arms though, so maybe it even like infers that he's even taller. Something like that. There you go. That helps me a little bit, I think. Let's add a fridge. If I was a fridge, how big would I be? Let's go transparent mode. It looks like it doesn't pass his head, but it's further back though. Let's just say like right about, like he's giant. That's crazy. I think they purposely made him like taller. Let's just say that's the side of the fridge there. It's pretty wide. And I'm gonna show the top and bottom half by just making copies of this. So save, duplicate this guy, and it's about maybe like right there. Let's see, center it, something like that, so the light has some kind of ridge to work on. Let's grab this. Oops, oh my god, I turned into Among Us. How did I do that? Turn into Among Us. Accidentally added this subdiv on there. My subdiv is set to 3, so. Let's save, I don't want to lose this. How do we do this? How do we do this? So I feel like this is industrial rock or something. Is it industrial? been so long. It's like electronic industrial or something. I haven't listened to that in so long. Something like this. Oops. Maybe it goes down here. It doesn't show in the reference, but I think it goes like that. Something. I could add the hollow inside, but it's not really going to show, I think, so it's not going to matter. It's probably a little thinner, though. So, scale it that way. Yeah. Something like that. There you go, that's the bridge. There is this thing, so I might do that. It's real quick, it's just a square, so just make that shape. Who did this song? It's pretty cool. It's In My Head by Pale 3. That's pretty cool. Maybe like that. It's like that embossed refrigerator sticker. They got a radio on top. Let's make that radio real quick. Kind of feel, part of me is like, yes, I made 6 models today, but they're all cubes. But in my head, it's like, yes, I made so many models today. Maybe it's tilted a little like that. Double tap G and scale. I mean, move it by local. Let's make that handle on top there. Oh wait, is this the best way? Let's do it with let's do it with the face selection and then an eye to inset. I think that's faster. And then I'm gonna delete the faces and I'll connect them this way. Potentially this isn't the fastest way to do it, but it just seems like a good idea, so I'll just do it that way. Something like that. Trying to get the position right there. Not gonna worry about the inside. Make it thinner. Oh wait, make sure I'm doing it locally. Yeah, that's kind of good. And then we'll position it there. Purposely make it offset so it's not as, it's more interesting, I think. Combine those guys. There's something behind his neck there. I can't see what that is. What is that? I don't know what that is behind his neck. Yeah, it's just let's make a square and we'll just say it's just ambiguous white thing. In front of the camera there's also more junk, but it gets lost in the silhouette of the radio, so it looks like pancakes almost. Or like a sombrero hat upside down kind of. Yeah, not get caught up in that though. Let's see. I'll just make another cube. And let's make it this. Comes a little lower. I'll purposely just add like a cut and use sculpt and let's pull the side up a little bit so it has that like weird flare to it, so I don't know what that is. Make this side shorter as well. Then there's like a hat or something. Or like a empty box of eggs or something maybe. Let's make another cube. Kind of maybe creates a little bit of visual interest having something there.
discover even more YouTube at youtube.com/YouTube.
by piece at home from revolutionary artist Pharrell Williams. Experience a movie unlike anything you've ever seen with exclusive bonus content.
I was always a bad gangster, but you brought out a smile.
Piece by piece. Rated PG. Own or rent today.
your favorite TV shows on YouTube. Get Max, Stars, MGM Plus, and more on YouTube. your favorite TV shows on YouTube. Get Paramount Plus, Stars, MGM Plus, and more on YouTube. favorite movies on YouTube. Get MGM Plus, Paramount Plus, Max, and more on YouTube.
If you want gift reactions like these, shop items that will make everyone on your list feel heard. For original gifts that say, I get you, Etsy has it.